So obviously, Robbie went out Saturday.
Yep.
How is he doing?
He's good. We went back and looked at the film. It was probably more precautionary than anything else. Robbie's went through a lot with his career with injuries and things like that. So, anytime when something like that happened with a player, I think initially what comes to their mind is, oh, man, I got hurt again. And so there's a lot of precautionary things that we did with him, measures, got an x-ray, everything. And I thought he was able to come back in the game. But I mentioned to you guys last week how Adonis Boone had been playing really well. And so it gave us a chance to put Adonis in there to kind of see how he was doing. And, I thought that when I put him in there, I thought we were really clicking. And, he had 13 knockdowns, Boone did, on Saturday, the most on the O-line. And I thought he did really well, played physical, had great energy, just good juice to him. And so I was just like, let's just let Boone take these reps. I mean, we were doing well, so I just kind of let him just stay out there and finish off the game for us.
You look at film, was that the best performance that group's had this year?
I told him today I was very proud of their effort. I thought that, if they could come out, I thought Notre Dame, they played with great effort. I thought this game, they played a complete game with the type of effort that they gave. And to me, that's now we got it if we can continue to do that. Because now, we can spend a lot more time on some of the other elements of the game as opposed to just the effort part. And I thought the guys were doing that. I thought that they gave great effort. I thought that they were being physical. They were trying to be straining really hard. And so as long as they can continue to do that and that be the expectation and the standard, hopefully we can do that every day that we come out here on practice and on Saturdays as well.
How have you seen their confidence grow as a group since that Notre Dame game until now?
I think it has you see it grow. You see it grow individually with some of the guys. And I think as a unit, and that's something that you want to build with those guys is giving them confidence. You want it for those guys to feel like whoever they're going up against, that they're going to have a good day because of all the stuff that we do day in and day out preparing for it. And we spend a lot of time on how we prepare for teams. And so I think it's going into it, that preparation, that's what we tell the guys all the time. The team is the preparation that you put in that week, that's what you're going to rely on. And so I think that the way they work, that gives them that for Saturday's games.
Marshawn Ford is a guy who not only playing well in the receiving game, but blocking well.
Oh, wow.
He's been he pops at you on film. Yeah. What have you seen from him?
He's really good, man. You wouldn't, I'm just saying, you wouldn't have thought that he was a receiver in high school, and for a guy to come in and do all the things that we're asking for him for blocking, run game, but not only run game, but in pass protection with our play action game. He's blocking some of these DNs really for a long period, a pretty good amount of time, and holding his own and doing a great job with it. And he's been very, very impressive in all aspects that we've asked him to do offensively ever since we saw him back in the spring, but he continues to get better and better, and he looks great out there right now.
I know you guys put him on scholarship because of the effort he shows. Has he just been leaving a little bit of a surprise for what you thought he might be this year?
Yeah, we were kind of shocked and surprised, I thought, back in the spring. But I thought that we knew what we were getting. And in the fall, it kept, getting that way. He kept making plays. He kept doing a great job with the blocking. He's got great hands. He runs great routes. And so he's kind of like that guy that can do a lot of things for you. He's like that Swiss Army knife, a guy that can do a lot of things for you on the field. He's a guy that we could hand the ball off to. I mean, he's a very versatile player, he's just a good football player that can do a lot of things. And, it's fun to see him. He's another guy that, you try to get the ball in his hands and good things usually comes of it.
What do you see from Wake Forest as you guys are studying them, and how do you prepare for their defense?
I think that Wake Forest does a great job. They're extremely well coached, and they do a great job of being where they're supposed to be, getting to their gaps, being where they're supposed to. They play with – they're downhill. They're defensive linemen, they're linebackers. They're coming down. They're going to be where they're supposed to. You don't see guys out of gaps. They're going to be where they're supposed to be fitting on the outside with their safeties. But I think that they're a physical, strong group, especially up front. And I think the way those guys play defensively up front allows those linebackers to really flow fast to help with the run game. I think it's a group that's playing extremely well. I think their numbers show that, and it's definitely going to be a tough task for us going into this game. And it's something that the speed of that, we try to simulate it, but it's hard to get that throughout the week of practice. But those guys over there are playing extremely fast and aggressive on defense right now.
How much has Malik's confidence grown since? Really, because he was out all fall camp. How much have you seen his confidence grow all season?
It's great to see. I think the other thing with it, it's great to just see him having fun, man. To kind of be out there back on the football field, getting through the injury that he had, being out there with the guys, smiling. He's a guy that's always picking up the offensive line, so it's just good to have his presence out there, just enjoying being out there with football again. Obviously, the way he's playing, seeing that with him and just the things that he can do, the guys really enjoy it, and it's a pleasure to be around.
He had a stigma as only a runner coming into the season. Just how nice is it to see him be able to show off kind of what he has as an arm as well.
Oh, yeah, and I think that, we see it at practice a lot, some of the throws that he's making, and I think that everybody have seen throughout the season some of the passes that he's made. And that's great to see, because that's the thing about it as a player. Sometimes you can get those stereotypes, those stigmas about, he's only a good run blocker. He can only pass. As a player, you always want to kind of know I'm more than that. And it's like you got something to go out and to prove. And the great thing about Malik is just his work ethic, the way he goes about it. He's always got a smile on his face, and the way he goes about it with just the effort, the execution, it means something to him. And as a whole offense, the fun that he brings to it.
You have a guy like him who's so confident. I know Stat calls plays, obviously, but you have a say in that. But does that make it easier for you guys to call a play, knowing how confident Malik is when he's out?
Oh, absolutely. When the quarterback is back there making plays, I think what it does on offense, what you want on offense, you want rhythm. And as long as we're having positive plays, especially in those early downs, both run and pass, we got rhythm now. And when the quarterback has rhythm, the whole offense has rhythm. And so I think that's always important, and it's good to see, and it's good to be a part of.
Coach Satterfield and Marshawn both said he's still Malik to them. Is Mikhail going to catch on with anybody?
We will try hard. I told him, I always call him, I asked him the other day, I always call him Leak, and I'm like, Leak, what do you want me to call you, man? And, so I told him, I was like, whatever you want me to call you, I'll call you. And so it'll catch on, I'm sure. We'll do whatever he wants us to call him, that's for sure. It's 3, smile, whatever he wants, he's got it from us. It's just a pleasure to be around him, and he's a special person that it's just fun to be. He's a great leader on our team, and he's all smiles and puts into work and is a good example for a lot of guys.
What did he say when you said we'll call you what you want?
He said, Coach, you're good.
So it's still a mystery.
Yeah, he said, Coach, you're good, and so I'm gonna keep calling him that and going with it until otherwise that I'm directed not so by him. But he's awesome.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys, appreciate it. You guys have a good one.